Gamers, I just woke up from a nap, but the patch notes are here. So let's get into it. We got new units, we got graphic changes, we got new upgrades, we got a bunch of stuff to cover. And I'm going to be making videos and covering each of the changes you'll see. New game mode, Empire Wars. Now, Empire Wars is a new quick-to-action game mode for Age of Empires 4. Players start the game with burgeoning empire, ready to dive into combat or advance to the next age. Available in custom and skirmish games, the player starts with a variety of buildings alongside the distribution of workers or villagers, which creates a foothold on the map for players to expand from. Villagers will already be busy working farms, chopping trees, and mining gold and stone. Empire Wars is the same when it occurs in the starting game. It is available on all maps. No starting town is the same. So no starting town is the same makes me... It's interesting how random that might be. I gotta reduce the music a little bit. God damn, bro. So I don't know to what extent that goes, but this is already in Age of Empires 2. And there were tournaments in Age of Empires 2 on this mode. I have a feeling we're gonna get a tournament in Empire Wars. How will that turn out? I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. So that's something that we'll try. So apparently Empire Wars in AOE2 starts with 27 workers, by the way. So I don't know how that would be for AOE4, but I guess we'll see soon, the moment my thing updates. 3 new maps. Golden Heights. Now, is this Golden Heights or is this Golden Heights when mom says we got Golden Heights at home? I have a feeling it's the Golden Heights at home. So we'll see. This is a tournament map, but I'm assuming it's Golden Heights at home. Migration. While initially safe, players must soon migrate to more prosperous lands for both space and resources. From the sound of this seems like some kind of choke map, and then you go outside, like giving birth kind of thing. We'll see. Volcanic Island. With stone scattered around in the shallows, the mountains. Okay, I mean, we'll see. I don't fucking know. Now, this is the first thing. Ranked map pool. Ranked 1-on-1 map pool. Dry Arabia, Lipany, Prairie, The Pit, Marshland, Danube River, Mongolian Heights, Forest Ponds, and Continental. Needless to say, pretty disappointing. It's been a year and a half. And we still don't have tournament map pools in the ladder. I just want to play tournament maps. That's it. I'm like, you know, that's it. So pretty disappointing and pretty disappointing. Because there's no tournament map pools yet. Moving on. New feature. Team voice chat. Oh boy. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever get tournament maps. Like, I've given up on it. I don't think we'll ever get it. It cannot be this hard. You know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry, but it cannot be this hard. There's no way. I, as a streamer, can find you 10 people that are gonna make those maps for them. What's the issue? I don't get it. You know? There's so many people that are willing to make those maps. I don't get it. I'm sorry. I understand it's like companies and all that shit and rules. I just don't get it. How hard can it be to put in fucking maps? I don't get it. Team voice chat. I mean, that's interesting. Me as a streamer, I can't say I'm gonna use this because, well, you know, monk ass. Imagine I play on a Smurf. Some guy's like, "Hey, fucking idiot, send units over here," and I'm like, "I'm trying." It's like, trash. That's why I lose games, because of shit players like you. Alright, anyway. Crashes, gameplay. We don't care about those. I mean, whatever. It is what it is. Whatever. Performance updates. This build contains a number of visual upgrades and performance-related improvements. Okay. Significantly improved terrain rendering. We built a brand new terrain rendering system, which I don't know what any of this actually means in the game, so we'll see when we go into the game. Okay, this is like If you're not into this whole thing, it's like reading Japanese right now for me. New ambient occlusion. Shadows something. Alright, we'll see in the game. Improved directional. Okay, great. Good stuff. Love it. General changes and bug fixes. Fix being able to build stone walls through stone towers while connected to the existing stone wall. Fix the rare case where defensive structures would stop firing at visible targets. Okay, that's an important bug to fix, actually. Improve visibility around sacred sites. Okay, I've seen what this looks like already. If this is the one they showed us a while back. You guys are going to love this one. If this is the one that they've shown us, sacred sites don't have the big line over top. It's more like a dot. When it's not getting captured. So it's way more visible. If that's the one we saw. I don't know if it is. When health bar settings is always on, hostile wild animals always health bars always stay visible. This is interesting. So you won't need to like look where the wolves are anymore. You can just turn on health and see them a lot easier. Non-hostile wild animal health bars stay hidden until damaged. Okay. AI updates. Hotkey improvement. I personally don't care, guys. If you want, you can pause the video if you're watching on YouTube, or you can open the link yourself and read this. I don't care about any of this. Maps. The variation of different trees is increased in some biomes. Does that mean that there's different kinds of trees? Added missing straggler trees on hideout, wetlands, waterholes, mountain glare, and forest spawns. Amazing. UX UI menus. An improvement has been made to observable game browser to make it easier to find games you want. Oh. Ooh, I have to check this. I don't know what this means exactly, but I gotta check this. Players can now easily view others' profiles directly via the match history tab of the player's profile. Okay, finally. Holy shit. So now when you open your match history, when you open the match, you can see the opponent's profile. Thank the Lord, brother. Yo, are you guys ready? Now this is the juice. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready? This is the juice. Okay. Trade update. Yo, you know what's crazy? I just want to say this. You know what's crazy? There was a guy on Reddit who suggested this as a fix to trade. He literally suggested this point A to point B. And as I was reading, I thought he got leaked. Because the guy literally wrote the same thing that we're getting in the patch. Trade has always been a great resource of gold and late game. However, there are a number of civilization bonuses to make it more effective early on. We've updated the formula to streamline the experience and improve overall balance. Gold is now given every time the trader touches a market instead of at the end of the trip. So you'll effectively be getting gold more often, but less gold each time. This also means there's less need for micromanagement when your trade line is attacked. Simply right-click on a market and it'll go back to trading. To set a home market, the Set a Home Market button has been removed and replaced with Restart Trading buttons. Traders now always remember the last market they were at and calculate income based on that distance. Restart trading as traders resume their route after being moved or garrisoned. So what does this mean? A lot of people don't understand it. And when this was announced to us, some people didn't understand what this means. Okay. So by the power of paint, I will present to you what it means. Okay. This is trade number 1. This is trade number 2. So this is neutral market. This is home market. Okay. So the way trade works now is the trader has to go from here to here and back. That's one route. And you get, let's say, 200 gold. Okay. And you can use multiple home markets here to basically remove this part. And the first trip will yield 200 gold. And then you still have to do full trip after that. Does that make sense? Well, with this new change, it doesn't matter if you made a market here or you start making traders here. One trade will give you 100 gold. So even if you made a market here for the market trick, it will only give you 100 gold. So you're getting the same amount of gold, 200, if the trader goes boop, boop. But now it gives, on each touch of the market, it gives you 100 gold. Some people might be like, how's this any different? Well, number one, you don't have those moments. So the reason why it's better, in my opinion, and I'll say why, in my opinion, it's maybe worse. So it's better because you won't have those moments where you go 0 gold and then 3,000 gold. So you'll have more consistent gold. Now, that's the good part. The good part is the restart route. So your traders, like let's say, so for example, right now, if your trader goes like this and then goes around and right here it gets attacked, you have to let it through. If you interrupt it, it's going to have to redo everything again. But now if it gets interrupted, you have reset market button, which is going to continue. But also because it's one route back and forth, you don't lose as much value trading. Now, this is both good and bad. It's good because it's easy to understand. It's better. It's bad because this is, in a way, a buff to trading early on. Overall, this is probably a trade nerf because you cannot do the whole market trick anymore. You cannot do the proxy markets next to the neutral market and do the trick. So right now, basically, you don't need to do this anymore. This is completely pointless. So the market that you make over here, this is the one you should start trading. It makes no difference if you trade from this side or from this side. So basically the market trick is nerfed. But trading is more consistent / a bit better because it gives you gold more consistently. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know how you want to look at that thing. It's, in my opinion, it's better, but it's not like trading will be unplayable or something like that. So it's still going to be playable. The question is, how much worse will it be without the trade trick? I mean, that's something we'll have to see. This doesn't seem like a nerf. It's definitely a nerf, right? Because you can't do the trade trick, which is a big part of why the trading is strong. So for example, with Abbasid, let's say, what happens is if you are close to the neutral market, your 3 traders pop, you go to a neutral market, you build a market on the other side and you redirect them and they give you like 200 gold and 50 food for each trip. So you can't do that anymore, right? You literally get half the value from that play. So, but yeah, we'll see how that plays out. Mod download for update for custom lobbies. We made it easier to see status of modded matches in the lobby by adding indicators of the left side of player's name. This shows the status in the lobby for the mods required, whether they have, okay, I'll see how what that looks like. Unique options for every civilization. Okay, are you guys ready? How does this interact with Malian towers? I would assume it's just every trip you can collect 5 things. That makes the most sense, right? New spyglass glasses technology available from stables in the Imperial Ages increases the line of sight of scouts. Scouts no longer gain extra line of sight as the player ages up, which is basically a nerf for scouts. Spyglasses has unique remappable hotkeys for Abbasid Dynasty, blah blah, as they have unique stables. So this is just, it's, I'm assuming it's a nerf to scouts because every scout gets vision as they age up. Now you don't get it anymore. To me, I was like, maybe I don't understand the change, but that's what it seems like to me. So I'm not sure why this was made. Palisade Gate health decreased from 1,500 to 1,250. Now, I feel like at this point the walls are just paper. Like 10 knights will break this in like 10 seconds. Like you won't have time to react to mass cavalry. But the wall nerfing goes on. And this is a indirect buff to Mongols and Rus, because Rus. Wait, does Rus Gate also have 1.5k? I'm not actually sure. Yeah, it's just Gate. Yeah. Units standing on walls that idle aggro will no longer leave the safe walls to chase enemy units. So this happens when you put ranged units on stone walls. If they lose line of sight, they go down and they die. So that's apparently fixed, which is very nice. All defensive building attacks radiuses are now visible to any player. Not sure about this one. I am not... So there's plus and minuses for this one, but this makes the game a lot more easier to play. So maybe that's a good thing. but also it's going to be so much. This is a buff to any ranged units early on, specifically archers and longbows, because you will know exactly when you click on an enemy tower how far you can go. So I think this, in my opinion, takes a bit from the game. Now, whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm sure, you know, some players will appreciate it and some players will find it annoying. So I don't know about this change. Because part of the skill in the game is knowing what the range of the keeps and stuff is. Yeah, but I'm not like, you know, I'm not gonna die on this hill. Like, okay, sure. Monks can now heal any injured friendly units while patrolling. Heal and inspire abilities can now be queued from the command card. Armored Hull. This is the upgrade that gives you all your ships 20% health and 1 armor, I think. Cost reduced from 200, 500 to 150 food, 350 gold. Research time reduced by 15 seconds. Delhi research for it reduced. Naval ships under attack. Move orders will now continue along the shortest path to their destination, because sometimes ships have shit pathing. Arrow ships now target the center of enemy ships more correctly. This improves the arrow visuals and communicates when they get a hit or miss better. Spriggle ships now properly target and shoot units that are close by. Again, sometimes Spriggle ships shoot random shit. Increase the Spriggle ship's bonus damage versus building from 45 to 55. This is something that's been requested many times. Even when you win water, it's hard to kill the docks because they don't take a lot of damage. This is not massive, it's only 10 damage extra per hit, but it will make it easier to kill the docks. All these changes, I would say, are good. This change is clearly made so that you can age up to castle, and once you get this upgrade, you get a clear lead, because right now if you age up to castle, you die on water battles. Now let's go on to the juicy stuff, and the first unit that's coming out. The first new unit is from Abbasid. Abbasid is gaining new man-at-arms that is replacing the old one. Man-at-arm unit renamed to Gulam. This fearsome warrior boasts a powerful double strike that will chew through unarmored units, but is less effective versus enemy knights and men-at-arms. Deals 2 attacks in quick succession. Attack decreased from 12-4 to 10-12. Attack speed changed from 138 to 113. 163 for full double strike. Cost increased from 100 food 20 gold to 120 and 30 gold. Yeah, Master Yi. Move speed increased. Health increased from 155 to 195. So this is a unique unit that is very different from other units. So we have this is similar to Musafati warriors, but tankier and more expensive. So Musafati warriors are countering armored units. You have palace guards that are armored units that are fast and have a lot of health. These units will be fast, have a lot of health actually. I'm not sure what the armor is going to be like because it doesn't say. It costs a bit more, but it will double strike. Now, this will be, I'm assuming, right? I haven't played with them yet. I am assuming this will be some kind of raiding unit, or unit that you can mass in the late game against like spearmen, horsemen stuff. Like this will, I would imagine, chew through spearmen, horsemen type of combos in the late game. So yeah. We'll see how it goes. I just gotta test it. What I do want to say, and I can spoil it now since we're about to reach the patch notes. There are 4 new horsemen added to the game. Horsemen for, I think it's 4 different civilizations, has been changed. They're not horsemen anymore. And I'm just gonna throw it out there. I talked with Marine Lord a little bit. And this seems, these kinds of changes where we're changing units and making the civs more unique might be a little setup for new civs. Now, I got no information, right? But it seems that they're changing more into unique units, which the new civilizations, in my opinion, might be going more towards Malian type, where they have a lot of unique units. And you'll see why when we get to those unique units. Finally, Mongols got horseman bonuses, historically accurate. What if I told you Mongols can make lancers in Age 2? I'm joking. House of Wisdom. Corrected health preference. Preservation knowledge. This is useless. Camel Rider cost. This is important. Camel Rider cost changed from 180 food to and 60 gold to 160 food, 30 gold, and 30 wood. We wanted the increase of this, the general cost effectiveness of this unit, as well as bring down the food cost. I gotta say, I think this is a bad change. I think if they wanted to make it so you can mix in camel riders, I think this is worse. Because I think it's harder to make units when they cost 3 different resources than cost 2 different resources. But that's just me. Like, if I want to make camel riders now, I know I need food, a lot of food, and I need a little bit of gold. If you have to do 3 resources, I think that makes it more complicated. So I am not sure. Removed long firing delay on camel archers. Damage per second remains the same, but it's now easier to kite and micro, which is very nice. I like that change, and we'll have to test that. Camel Rider shields and Camel Rider barding technologies are now tier upgrades and share the same UI slot at the stables. Okay. Camel Rider shields. Cost reduced from blah blah blah. Research time reduced. Teak masts technology. Oh, I was like, what upgrade is this? Right, I remember. So this is another attempt to make Abbasid and other civs better on water. So for those that don't know, this upgrade gives your ships 10% movement speed. So obviously it's trash. So instead of 10% movement speed, Abbasid ships will now get 10% HP. Which, again, I don't know what the numbers work out to be. Might be really good. If this makes it so that archer ships from Abbasid can take 1 more hit from Spindle ship, if it makes it so that explosive ship can take 1 more hit from whatever, that means it's really good. If the numbers don't really change regarding how many hits it takes to kill a ship, it doesn't matter. It's useless. So I hope that they tested this and at least some ships can take an extra hit or 2 from the enemy ships. If not, it's pretty much useless. Because water battles are all about feudal. Chinese. What if I told you? What if I told you the nest of bees got buffed? Reusable barrels reworked into additional barrels. No longer reduces the cost of Nest of Bees. Nest of Bees receives +2 additional rockets per volley. I don't know about this change. I saw this and I was like, I'm not sure they need a buff. But alright. Imperial Palace and Spiritway Landmark are now tax drop locations. Now let's move on to a good change. Zuginu, cost adjusted from 20 food, 30 gold, 30 wood to 30 food, 20 gold, and 30 wood. So basically they cost the same amount of resources, except you need 10 extra food and 10 less gold. Zuginu right now is I'm sorry, it's fucking stupid. You can literally just make 1 unit in feudal and it kills everything. At least by adding, I don't know if this is going to be enough to stop that kind of play, but at least, right? I think it's still going to be, you're still going to be able to make mass Zuginu and play like that, but at least you will have to go out on the map earlier to get the food, okay? The gold part doesn't really matter in my opinion. The point is, Chinese players will have to go out on the map to actually get food. So they have opening where you can harass them. Grenadier. Damage decreased from 13 to 10. Damage bonus type changed from range to siege. Which means they ignore armor. Which is interesting. Bonus damage versus buildings reduced from 65 to 20. Now this might Yeah, I knew. Twitch chat, I knew someone's gonna type mega nerf. This is a buff. This is a mega buff, actually. It's not a mega nerf. So when knights have like 8 or 9 armor in Imperial, Grenadiers won't be doing like 13 damage plus the upgrades to them. They will ignore armor completely. Is this gonna be enough to bring back Grenadiers? I don't know, but they got directly buff against what they're supposed to be good against. So I think they're gonna be good because they're gonna be hitting for, with chemistry, 15, 16 damage plus the attack speed buff, right? Yeah, but also blacksmith upgrades. So 15, 16 damage per throw and 20% attack speed and splash damage. So that seems pretty good, but I'm gonna have to test it. It's definitely way better than it is now. Fire Lancers, your favorite rating unit. Fire Lancer torch damage reduced from 36 and 40 to 30 and 34. In Castle Age, melee damage is increased to 13. In Imperial Age, melee damage is increased from 13 to 15. This part I like. I think everyone knows that Fire Lancer, like, torch damage is fucking dumb. This part is interesting to me, because right now you don't really fight with Fire Lancers. You do the charge, you do the damage, and then you move away. But with it getting buffed on damage, maybe it's gonna be a good fighting unit as well. So, we'll see. But torch damage is definitely needed, and maybe they could have done a little bit more as well. Alright, what do we got next? Delhi. And this, okay. This, I'm just gonna say it. This needs to be nerfed immediately. Immediately. This is all, I don't even need to play it. This is broken. Are you ready? Horseman renamed Ghazi Raider. Uses amazing combat. Cost increase from 100 food, 20 wood to 110 food and 30 wood. Okay. HP increased from 125 in feudal to 140. That's what you should be looking at. Feudal. Fuck the other ones. 120. So now the horseman's got 140 health. Damage from 9 to 13. Are you ready for this? And it gains bonus 2, 3, 4 bonus damage versus heavy. So these motherfuckers are gonna be fucking knights up and men at arms. Now, let me, hold on, chat, don't mold. Attack speed change from 188 to 2, so it attacks slower. Now, the idea of this unit, love it. I love it. Delhi has a hard time dealing with men at arms, specifically in feudal. This solves that problem. Love that part. This is what needs to be changed. The health increase is okay because the unit is a bit more expensive. The only thing devs need to do is keep this damage. This damage should still be kept, except give them +6, plus whatever it is, +6. Feudal matters only. The other ones don't matter. Just give them 9 damage base, +6 against heavy. Don't give them base 13 and +2 versus heavy. That's too much. Like, this is clearly supposed to be an anti-heavy unit cavalry, right? But having 13 base damage, like, this shit will kill everything. Like, it will kill everything. And I'm not even paying attention to these. These are irrelevant. In feudal, Delhi would demolish everything. Everything. Including HRE. Which is now counter, right? So, I really, really hope that the only thing that I would like to see for this unit, for Ghazi Raiders, to be changed, is it goes from not 13 damage, it remains 9, but we have +6 versus heavy. It remains 11, but we give +8 versus heavy in castle, and it keeps 13, and we add 10. So 10 total, not 4 + 10. That's it. I think with that change, the unit is way more balanced already. That's it. Now, even with those changes, this unit is really good, but at least it doesn't kill everything, right? But the attack speed is nerfed, by the way, so that's something to consider. The attack speed is nerfed a little bit because they have maces. And they are more expensive. Compounded Defender, okay, whatever. Dome of Faith. Civilization description now states the 50% bonus HP on their fishing ships. Elephants. While they're as big as boats, elephants are no longer attacked by dock emplacement arrows. That's a bug fix. Updated targeting priority of elephants to prefer units over buildings. War Elephant. Siege Tusk weapon removed. Now uses its melee tusk against buildings. Old. Siege Tusk plus 100 siege damage. Plus 100 versus buildings. 575 attack speed. 34 DPS. New. Melee Tusk. 50 melee plus 45 against buildings. 2.57 attack speed. 34 DPS. Okay, so they're just gonna... Instead of waiting 6 seconds to attack, you're gonna have more consistent damage, which I personally like. Tower Elephant, same thing. Added a buff, added a UI buff icon to units affected by Zeal. Scholars will no longer be selected first when cycling through building selection. English, ooh, okay. English has a new building, kind of, but not really, but kind of. English enjoyers, get ready. You remember that campfire? English campfire ability. Move from the longbow to the man-at-arms. No longer requires research. Costs 25 wood to deploy. A maximum of 5 campfires can be deployed at any time. Campfires no longer provide healing. They now provide plus 30% sight range increase to the units in the area. They also provide some natural sight range if there are no units nearby. The campfire ability wasn't getting much use. We wanted to revitalize the civilization. Yeah, no one was playing English, so revitalizing it was with a new ability that helps the core roster shine. Instead of providing raw power, this ability has multiple interesting scouting potentials, such as being put in stealth forest or tall terrain to enhance the scout even further. Note that these campfires are also attackable by enemy and only have 1 hit point, so they're best used at strategic times. I mean, I honestly don't know how this is gonna play out. We just have to wait and see. The only use that I really see is if your scout dies, you can still have vision. So it's not like, oh, I lost scout, I can't see shit. So I think it's a cool thing. We'll see how it plays out. I don't think people in Gold League are gonna be using campfire. You know what I mean? They can't even produce villagers consistently. So I don't think this is gonna be like a crazy thing. Oh, Beasty, I'm golden. Guys, if you're Gold League, I love you. It's okay. You're doing great. I'm sure you're producing everything perfectly. Villager hunting bow ranged increased from 2.875 to 5 tiles. Now, I don't know what this means, okay? So obviously English villagers have bows. Does this mean only for hunting? Or does this mean shooting as well? Only deer and boar. Again, we're gonna have to test it. Armor chat technology cost increased, so they did get nerfed, which is the castle upgrade to give your men-at-arms +2 armor. So that got nerfed. Wingard footmen have proper torch damage. King cost reduced from 150 to 120. Added an ability button for kingly presence on the king, which you can hover to see the range of the healing in the of the aura. So, yeah, not many changes for English. They got an interesting change, and they also got nerf for armor chance, and their king got buffed, which, to be honest, no one was using, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Hulk renamed to War Cog. Yep, Cog. Keeps the +1 pierce armor. Cost reduced. Oh yeah, I remember this one. So French Hulk, which is Springle's ship, cost is now reduced from 120 food to 85 food. So the other costs are the same, but the food cost is reduced. The total cost effectively is 10% less resources, but realized in food only. Again, they're trying to make French water viable, and they're giving them, Springles. So now French Springles, by the way, if you guys don't know, Springles ship for French have +1 pierce armor, and they have now also 10% less food cost. Or 10% less resources, but only in food. So, I mean, it's a buff. So, yeah. New Merchants Guild technology available in Imperial Age. Costs 200, 500. Active traders generate 1 gold every 6 seconds. So this means if you have 100 traders, let's say, that means that each trader will be generating 10 gold a minute, right? Which means that 100 traders will generate 1,000 gold a minute with this upgrade. Which means you can fully sustain French economy off of traders that give you food, wood, a little bit of gold, and a lot of passive gold. You would never have 100 traders. Why not? I won a game literally 2 days ago with 176 economy units. Why do you think you cannot have 100 traders that can give you food, wood, and gold? Then no room for army? Stop. Stop. You're hurting me. You're hurting me. Stop. Stop. If you think 100 workers is too many, that's where our conversation ends right there. We're done. I don't know about this, Chief. I don't know about this. I mean, this is just a pure fucking buff to trade, which I don't know why. This is, to me, this is just a weird. I know it's in Imperial only, but like, do they really need more gold on top of trading? I don't know. I don't know. Available at the Royal Institute. Long guns technology. Damage bonus increased from 10% to 15%. So they got a buff on water too. Again, this is irrelevant because there are no gunpowder ships in feudal, and water battles are all about feudal. So this is cool but useless. It also increases bonus damage moved to Imperial. Added to Royal Institute landmark. Whatever. Now this is a cool one. Our brother gain +1 range while Pavisa is deployed. Fixed bug where moving after activating ignored ability cooldown. Pavisa can now be activated while on stone walls. Now this is a little crazy. The military academy now increases the production speed of the College of Artillery units. This is a big one. This is a big one. So you can now produce culverins 25% faster. That's a big one. Now this might be crazy because French crossbows are really good. They are really good already. So giving them an extra +1 range is really good. But maybe French need it. I don't know. This I do not like at all. I'm steering. Next one is Holy Roman Empire. This is you. This is guy she tells you not to worry about. There's nothing new for HRE, guys. Devoutness and Benediction technologies. Benediction has been removed from the game and merged into Devoutness. Devoutness now provides 10% resource gathering and 25% construction speed. HRE got a little buff. Actually, this is a pretty cool buff, to be honest. So, for those that don't know, there's a upgrade right now in Cathedral, or Monastery, that increases production speed, or construction speed, sorry, by 15%. Devoutness is the 10% gathering speed if you're if you have the inspiration on your villagers. Well, now Not only gives 10% resource gathering, but it also gives 25% construction speed. Which is like... okay. Relics are now ejected when the docks are destroyed and not swallowed by krakens in the water. Are you guys ready for Malian? Fort of the Huntress landmark now properly has 5 armor. Okay. Malian, Warrior Scout. Warrior Scout regeneration reduced from 2 to 1.5 in feudal and castle age. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. That's a good start. That's a good start. But wait. Warrior Scout regeneration increased from 2 to 2.5 in Imperial. No one cares about that, okay? No one cares about that. Like, who gives a fuck what they regen in Imp, right? Reduced movement speed in Feudal Age from 188 to 175. We love that. Love that. Fuck them. They're not outrunning everything. Love that. Okay. Okay. But then... they got a buff. But this buff is fine, actually. So, this is the main thing for Warrior Scouts that was a problem. And I'm glad both of those things got nerfed. I'm glad they didn't go with nerfed regen to 0. Or 1, right? They made it like 1.5, so it's a little better than normal Scouts. And the movement speed is what makes Warrior Scouts overpowered, in my opinion. That's like... the problem, because you can't fucking kill them. Now, the last change, Veteran Upgrade, which is the castle upgrade, now grants 100% bonus damage versus ranged units in Castle Age. So, pretty sure that this was in Imperial, and now it's moved into Castle. Now, if you think about it, this is not really a buff. This is just what horsemen have. So I think this is fine. Like, all memes aside, Warrior Scouts in Feudal were broken as fuck, but Warrior Scouts in Castle sucked. Like, that's just how it is. Now with this, they're gonna have a lot of damage against archers, but they're gonna, like, collapse against anything that's not archers. So, I like this change. It gives them a little bit something, you know, to do in Castle. Perhaps you'll even make them in Castle. While nerfing them in Feudal. Now, is this enough? I don't know. We'll see. But it's definitely nerfs. Canoe Tactics technology. Cost reduced from 150 to 125. This is the one where your canoes shoot like 2 javelins or some shit. Cattle. Villager cattle gather rate reduced from 0.9 to 0.81 food per second. Food gathering technology now applied to the passive income of cattle garrisoned in ranches. So those are mill upgrades. So whenever you get a mill upgrade, it will also increase the food gathering you get from cattle ranches. Which is pretty big. Pretty big. That's a pretty big buff for the other landmark. What is it called? The Farimba at home. The cattle trains are intended to push players towards garrisoning cattle and ranches in the mid to late game. I mean, people already do that. Fix the bug to ensure cattle populations are displayed to 4 players. There's a limit. Imported armor technology cost increased from 100 and 250 gold to 150, 350. Wait, what upgrade is this? Is this for sofas? Sofa, okay. So sofa castle upgrade got nerfed. They got the man-at-arm treatment for English. Updated civilization bonuses, okay, whatever. Wait, what? Updated civilization bonuses text included research time of veteran unit technology is reduced by half? What? Wait, Malians had this? In Farimba? It doesn't say in Farimba. I didn't even know that they had this. Alright. Corrected an issue where the AI would be hidden after 3 poison arrows. Tech tree corrected an issue where blah blah blah. Okay. So what do I think about the Malian changes? Because obviously they're the strongest civs right now, probably. Or they have the most broken stuff, I guess. So Warrior Scout nerf overall is good. I don't know if it will be enough, but at least they didn't take the approach of kill the unit and so no one ever makes it again. So that's nice. They nerfed the cattle, which is one of the bigger problems with Malians. And I would actually probably say that the bigger problem with Malians is the fact that you don't need to leave your base for food. That's pretty bad in my opinion. It's kind of like English, but with more explosive boom with cows, where you can just sit in your base, no one can harass you because you're just sitting there and you're just pumping food. So the gathering speed is nerfed, but it still promotes the same kind of gameplay. So that's what is a little bit worrying. But they are nerfs, and I guess we'll have to see. A lot of the Malian strength at the top level came from Warrior Scouts. So now that the Warrior Scouts are nerfed, maybe it's gonna open up some more space for, you know, other civs to do stuff. Malian Scouts will not arrive as fast, they will not harass as fast. And also, this means that when they pick up the deer carcass, you can actually hit them. And not have your spearmen there and they pick up the deer carcass and just run away anyway. So that's nice, but we'll see how it works out. This is obviously gonna get some testing and people are gonna play around with this, so we'll see how it goes. Okay, Mongols, are you ready? Remember when I said imagine if Mongols got a Lancer in H2? Mongol Lancer renamed to Keshik. Available in Feudal Age. Cost decreased from 140 gold, 140 food, 100 gold to 120 food, 80 gold. Attack decreased, so lower attack, from 19, 24, 29 to 15, 19, 23. And you're like, that's just nerf, right? Let me reveal this slowly for you guys. HP decreased from 190 to 145. Are you ready? Attack speed improved. Restores 3 HP every time they attack. Oh boy. Vampire horses. That's right. So, buildings too, I don't know. But, you know what you can do with this? You can kill deer around the map to heal up. Torches heal also? Oh lord. Train time decreased. New Step Lancers technology available in Imperial. Costs 150, 350, plus 1 HP per attack. I'm assuming regenning. And increases attack speed by 10%. New Step Lancers technology available in Imperial. Costs 500 stone plus 2 HP per attack. Increases attack speed by 15%. Step Lancer. Are you stuck? New improved DM technology available in Imperial. Heals traders for 1 HP every 2 seconds while within that jam aura. I mean, this is whatever. It's like... Sure. Kurultai corrected issue. Silver Tree Landmark. Discounted production speed reduced from 50% to 40%. So Mongol got another 10% nerf on their Silver Tree Landmark. Which is a trade nerf, so nice. Oh, this is one of the coolest things. Khan's Scouting Falcon ability can now be summoned from range at player's cursor's location. Cooldown reduced from 75 seconds to 60. Can now see over the tops of the trees. I think this is one of the cooler changes. And this kind of makes sense, you know, like he throws the fucking eagle, he's like, woo! You know, like a playing card. He goes, woo! And he goes there, and I honestly think this is a cool change. Just kind of all scouts too. It says Khan's Scouting Falcon, so we'll test. Piracy technology got buffed. Stone commerce technology got nerfed, so it costs a lot more. It costs a lot more to research. So that's, there it is. Oh, this is big. This is big. GER step readout and pasture pack time reduced from 5 seconds to 1. This is, I guess this is a new upgrade? Oh no, it's not. It's just a straight up buff, right? Yeah? Court Architects is in a university building health upgrade. Okay. Okay, so it... Wait, what? Wait, Mongols got the health upgrade for buildings? Oh, shit. Oh, that's kind of big, actually. How much is it? 30%? Wait, I didn't realize this when I was reading them. Damn, that's actually a big buff, by the way. That is a big buff to Imperial Mongol, because they never had this upgrade before. Yeah, so from 750 to 975. Damn, I didn't even realize this, because I don't know the names of the upgrades. That's pretty big buff. Alright, fix the bug where packed buildings were getting repaired at the same speed as siege weapons. Oh brother, thank fudge. They will not be repaired at the same time. Fix the bug where packed buildings had large minimap icons. A new Mangudai icon is added to help the players differentiate Mangudai horse archers from the other horse archers. Fix the bug where Light Jack wasn't playing a death animation. Improve military academy by correcting out of date. Okay, whatever. Improved. Okay. Okay. So there it is. Mongol. I mean, listen, guys. Mongol is scraping the bottom of the barrel. All right. Mongol sucks ass right now. And if you ask me, are these changes good? It can't be worse. Literally. It cannot be worse. So, what is the play style that's possible for Mongol? Well, you don't need to rush castle anymore with Mongol. Why would you? You have a Keshik now in feudal, so Mongol will no longer be like, oh, I'm shit in feudal, I guess I die. I need to see their armor as well, because that's very important. They have lifesteal, which means they're going to trade very well against horsemen, unless they're against Delhi horsemen, because they're going to be recovering HP. They're going to be probably very decent against men-at-arms, because they attack pretty fast. So you're going to need a lot of DPS to kill them efficiently. So we will see. Ottoman. Twin Minaret Madrasa landmark. Adjusted the initial bear spawn time from spawning every 20 seconds to every 35 seconds. Respawn rate remains at 120. The landmark is intended to sustain a specific number of villagers with the old placement. With the old placement rate, players could put additional villagers in the landmark right after construction to provide an extra burst of food. Okay, what does this mean? I don't really get it. What does this mean? Like, the first berry spawns immediately, right? So the second berry spawns 50 seconds later, or what? The first spawn is delayed, but the first spawn is instant. That's what I mean. Okay, so second, third, and fourth will spawn slower. Okay, I use 4 villagers on the landmark, so it doesn't change anything. Okay, anyway. Are you guys ready? Believe it or not, Sipahis are getting reworked. You might be thinking Sipahis are already unique, but Sipahis are getting reworked or buffed. Cost increased from 110 to 120 food and 40 wood. Hit points increased from 135 to 116 feudal. Damage increased from 9 to 12. Speed reduced, so Sipahis are going to be slower than the other horsemen. Attack range increased from 0.29 to 0.75, which means that this is going to be the first type of this kind of unit to have semi-range. I don't know what to call it. So they're not going to be ranged units, but they're, yeah, like phalanx horsemen. Yeah. So I gotta test this into the game to see how exactly it works, but we'll see. Now this next one is a crazy one. Are you ready? So we all know that Ottoman late game kind of ass. New Great Bombard emplacement replaces cannon emplacement on keeps. So you're gonna have Great Bombard on keeps. When I saw this, I was like, I don't know. I don't know about this, brother. Like, that shit will destroy anything. Grand Galley now has a gunpowder unit tag. Whatever. Improved some of the underused vizier points. Fieldwork. Healing aura now scales per age. What is it now? Is it 1 in every age? Is it 1 in every age? Okay, so it got buffed in Castle and in Imp. Janissary Company now spawns an additional 2 Janissaries from the capital town center, in additional to the Janissaries. So they just basically get 2 per military school, so now you get 2 extra from TC. Okay. Trade bags now also applies to the gold generated by the Sultanhani trade network. Now this is an interesting one. So this is the landmark where you put 6 traders in and it generates gold. So if you get the trade bags vizier point, it also affects them. Now that's interesting. That's something I need to test. Mechter. Health now scales per age. So it got nerfed in Feudal 160. It got buffed in Imperial. Thumbs up. Love that. Changed the toggle text on Mechter. Whatever. Shipping routes, 10% trader and transport move speed now also applies to fishing boats. Tech tree corrected an issue where age stands out. Okay, whatever. Is there more? Oh, Rus, right. Hunting cabins. We made a pass on hunting cabins to make them less punishing, easier to understand, and better balanced. I gotta say, I still don't understand them quite well, I think, but we'll see. Hunting cabins with overlapping auras no longer suffer a penalty to gold income. Instead, trees are claimed by hunting cabins. This means that a tree in the aura of multiple hunting cabins will only generate gold for the first cabin placed. But this is a little weirdly written, isn't it? It will no longer suffer a penalty to gold income. But then it says the trees get claimed. You can't overlap the trees anymore? Yeah, but what I'm saying is this wording makes it seem like you can overlap. But then the next line says if you overlap them, it doesn't work. Do you know what I mean? Gold generation is now fixed to 30-second intervals. Instead of reducing the interval with the bounty mechanic, tiers now provide a percentage increase to hunting cabin gold income at each tier. 10%, 25%, 65%. Global income is capped at 300 gold per minute with 0 bounty. With tier 3 bounty, income caps at 500 gold per minute. That scaling makes no sense. You go from 0 at 300 to 500 at tier 3. That's a nerf, no? It's buff if you got no bounty. Yeah, I'm confused as well. I feel like I understood the before what hunting cabins do. Now I have no idea. Okay, I think I get it now. Actually, never mind. So before, bounty would reduce how often you get gold, like the intervals. But now the intervals are 30 seconds. So instead of reducing the interval time, they provide percentage increase to the hunting gold cabin at each tier. Okay, I get it now. But this to me is weird. 0 bounty gives you 300 gold per minute. And tier 3 bounty, which is 500 bounty, gives you 500 gold per minute. To me, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. And yeah, before, The cap was 833 gold per minute. Now it's 500 gold cap. That's almost half the what it used to be. Gold kicker text is now is now visible with hunting cabins generate gold. Oh, that's nice. Adjusted rate of gold generation using a diminishing returns formula to balance the civil maps with densely packed forests. High trade house does not contribute to the hunting cabin gold generation gap. I thought it already did it. I guess I was wrong. I was building hunting cabins like a fucking idiot. Alright, well that's good to know. Knight sabers reworked into knight poleaxes. Knight's weapon swaps from a saber into a poleaxe. This is purely a visual change and still adds 4 damage. Horse archers mounted precision reworked into new technology called mountain training. Unlocks the gallop ability, causing horse archers to move at maximum move speed with +2 range for 8 seconds. So like a little nitro boost. Lodia's ship can also receive population cap by converting lower pop cost into higher pop. Added a new ability to Kremlin, which when activated, calls all available militia to landmark town center. A little buff for militia, Monka. Castle Watch, cost reduced from 100 stone to 50 stone. Is this the one where it increases the range? Yeah, I'll get to Streltsy. Is this the one that increases the vision range? Yeah? Okay. That's kind of cool, I guess. Streltsy, melee damage increased from 50 to 60. A lot of people don't know this, but Streltsy actually have melee weapons. When you go in melee, they don't shoot anymore. They pull out, you know, whatever they pull out. No longer has the double time ability. There it is. Now, I'm not sure how many scouts you need to reach this bounty.
You have ever seen that before.
But
3 fucking scouts, and I get 80 bounty. 80? You shoved my arm at the start of the game. 80 bounty. I was like, do I leave this game?
Now, Marine Lord might not leave the game with 80 bounty. It's not as bad. Because your bounty at 80 bounty will produce 300 gold cap per minute. So that's nice. Anyway, with all that being said, those are all the changes. What do I think about him? I don't know. There's a lot to go on. I'm about to start testing all these things live on stream. If you're watching on YouTube, there's going to be videos coming for all these changes. So there's going to be a lot of content coming where I'll give more opinions, more information, because there's a lot of stuff I need to see firsthand and try it. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, let's get into the changes right fucking now. Boom.